seat right there. Put that headset on there, and you can hear me okay? Yes, sir. Okay, all right. I'm going to get started.
This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Well, and a pleasant good afternoon live from the Fort Sill Apache Casino, where we are for Bags for Cash. That's right. It's kind of an annual event right around St. Patrick's Day, and they're kind of taking a little break. They're going to do an airmail competition, and then we're going to have some of the better teams that we're going to see in this tournament that are going to play. Some pros here. So I know if you think this is kind of just backyard entertainment, I've been educated in these last several years about how competitive it is. How it's for all ages. I mean, you can kind of see it up family-oriented because you got very young players, you got middle-of-the-road players, and then you got some older players, and they all have that same thing within themselves, as far as that camaraderie and then knowing what this little bit of cornhole is. So that's the explanation, and we're going to have the representation from the Great Plains Ambucs kind of come and talk to us a little bit about how this benefits the Ambucs and what they do, and Monty Brown's just the man to do it. So I know he had to come and select some information. I think this is the sixth annual?
This is the sixth annual, yes.
Okay. So sixth annual. Tell us a little bit how this benefits Great Plains Ambucs and then what you guys do with the funds that you get for a benefit such as this.
Sure, yeah. This 6 years of us doing the Bags for Cash charity cornhole tournament, and all the funds that are raised go towards our Ambucs mission, which is to inspire mobility and independence. And we do that several ways. One, wheelchair ramps. Folks that have a difficult time getting into their home and don't have the funds or the means to install wheelchair ramps. We provide those at no cost and show up on Saturdays and work for a few hours and put them together. And some of the folks during the week are building them. And then also our Amtrikes, our adaptive tricycles, and those have come so far over the years. They're custom made or customized for whatever mobility issue that the rider may have. And Eric, I know you've seen it before, children who've never been able to ride a regular bicycle.
Yeah.
And they
life-changing.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I get goosebumps every time I talk about it. We had a presentation for one of our members out in the hallway, Mike Smith. He's our wheelchair ramp chairman, and we presented him with an Amtrike. He has some knee issues, and
these are all customized, to the patient.
Exactly.
I mean, so it's theirs, and it gets them out. Whether they're going to do it as a ride around the neighborhood or take it out to the mountains, they get great use out of it.
Yeah, lots of exercise helps them stay active, and the bikes they're not cheap. I mean, average about $1,500 for everyone that we present. So the fundraisers like the Bags for Cash charity cornhole tournament, we also have beverage sales at Freedom Fest.
Yes, that's another thing. Is this kind of like ranking second behind the Pancake Days?
Well, Pancake Day is tough. That's the Lawton chapter, and the thing about Ambucs, Lawton has 3 chapters.
Oh yeah.
And it is
everybody's got their unique flavor of what they do and involve themselves in. Okay.
Yeah, and Lawton Ambucs, they've been doing Pancake Days for years. We do this Bags for Cash charity cornhole tournament. We've got our Freedom Fest beverage sales. We do the Fly a Flag program on holidays around town. When you see flags along Gore Boulevard, that's Great Plains Ambucs. And then our newest thing that we brought back last year in the community is the Red River Craft Beer Festival.
Okay.
And that's coming up next month, April 18th, Saturday, and held at the Great Plains or the Comanche County Fairgrounds Expo building. But for years, that was the Armed Services YMCA's, their big fundraiser. And when COVID happened, it kind of went away. And so we brought it back last year and be our second one this year.
How long have you been into Ambucs personally? I know you've been in there for a while, but what's the counter on you?
Well, actually, I'm only at about the 5-year mark.
5-year mark.
5-year
Okay.
mark, and it coincided with a change in my career that allowed me to be involved during the day,
daytime hours
when the meetings are happening, and it was one of those things from my previous life as a journalist and reporter that I got to come and cover so many of the events that Ambucs host and see the Amtrike presentations and the wheelchair ramp builds. So I finally got to join in on the fun myself.
Well, and that's, it's both. You get a little bit of work, you get a little bit of fun, and, that kind of goes hand in hand. So it's a great thing. And this goes through tomorrow. Isn't it a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event for this? Okay.
It is. And I was just told that today 47 teams.
Oh, okay, good. So you did look at that.
Yeah, 47, so just under 100 players. And then tomorrow, she said 72 teams.
Wow.
So, we're over almost 150 players. Good for the Lawton Fort Sill economy, bringing a lot of players up from Dallas. And
unlike other sports, I guess it's in the sporting realm, it is very competitive, and we have some pros here. We talked about how it's really for all ages. You'll see very young players. We had a pro from Lawton not too long ago. I don't know if she's still continuing to do it, a young lady that's professional. And then I've seen some of the handshakes of the older people and the younger people. So it's not like the age doesn't separate the fun and the passion for cornhole.
Exactly. It kind of, pickleball now is one of the new
that's true.
Multi-age sports.
Yeah.
But with cornhole been going on for years now, and it still seems to be a popular and growing sport.
I know they have $10 to get in to kind of, if you want to just come and take a look or just ask some questions, either of Ambucs and how you can get involved in that, or if you want to be able to get involved in cornhole or get your start. I know there's different clubs and organizations that do that. We want to thank some of our fine sponsors like Comanche Ace and their West Side Ace. It's Aero Fusion Sign and Design. Southwest Oklahoma Brewery, it's SOB, and we are very familiar with that on the Oklahoma Sports Network during our coaches show in the fall, and along with CDBL, Pam and Barry, and the Apache Casino Hotel. And then we want to thank our fine sponsors, their broadcast buddies, to help this broadcast possible is Arvest Bank, TZR Pro, the Ambucs Big Hat, Gordon Shaw for the Ambucs National President, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery, CDBL, McBride Insurance Agency, Billingsley Ford, and ABCCity.com. So those are the broadcast partners that make this possible and let us continue to broadcast for the next couple of hours. Right now, this is kind of the break in the action when we get started, and they're doing a little airmail competition that they had. But Monty, I really want to thank you for kind of spearheading of kind of giving us the direction of what Ambucs is doing currently, what they're involved in, and how they can get involved in the community.
Yeah, my pleasure, Eric, and thank you and Oklahoma Sports Network. So many of the names that you mentioned of sponsors, year after year, they're the same sponsors keep coming back to support us in this event. So thank them and thank you.
Oh, yes, no problem. We enjoy doing it, and I know that you can enjoy some of what we'll get anticipated. Is we've timed this out to have some of the premier matchups of this competition because I think on Sundays it's kind of an intramural or a kind of more not as competitive, I'll say. I don't know how they dissect those,
right.
But this is the competitive day for the winners that have the payouts. So
the big tiers of players, and as you mentioned, pros who are here, people that are well known in the sport.
Yep, and hopefully we'll get to see and hear from some of them as they all kind of make their way to the table. Pam and Barry, your title sponsor of the Great Plains Ambucs Bags for Cash here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino, and we'll continue right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Pam and Barry's team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Arrow Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Back here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino, Pam and Barry, your title sponsor of this rendition of the Great Plains Ambucs Bags for Cash. And this is kind of our third or fourth year out of 6 years that they've doing this and has grown to a point. And since sports is our middle name, congratulations to the Carl Albert Lady Titans, their first state title in 26 years. I know they've been to state, but going this far and then hoisting the gold ball against Newcastle Racers. Both are OSN teams. Both had phenomenal years. Both came from the same district, so the West Side really represented. And guess what? The boys, it's a rematch of another thing that we've seen with Carl Albert and Newcastle again for the boys. Both boys and girls have represented for the state championship game. That game will be on the broadcast at about 6:45 this evening. So we've got plenty of sports. Had baseball yesterday. Had Elgin defeat Duncan. We had MacArthur over Eisenhower, and, of course, we'll have more baseball to come. But spring break going to come this next week and kind of take that little sigh of, basketball has been fast and furious with all of our games that we've had on. We had 7 the other night. And, by the way, all 7 games were all OSN representation, and all of them won to get to the semifinals. And, of course, you got to break it down. Semifinals yesterday to finals, and 2 of them were OSN teams really representing the west side of Oklahoma. Very, very nice. But Great Plains Ambucs, Bags for Cash is where we're at. I want to thank the Ambucs for putting this on and then having us out here. We want to thank Arvest Bank, Arrow Sign, Fusion Sign and Design, TZR Pro, Ambucs Big Hat, Gordon Shaw from the Ambucs National President, Southwest Oklahoma Brewing. If you've not tried them over on 2nd Street, you're missing out on some great barbecue, along with CDBL, McBride Insurance Agency, Billingsley Ford, ABC.com, and right here at the Apache Casino. We'll have some guests come by and make their way as we'll kind of show you a little bit about how this will look, because when we have those thrown, and you'll get to see how it lands, and, of course, all the strategery, and I know that's not a word, but the strategic ways of playing cornhole, of whether you block the hole and you have to do an airmail or you drag one in and the point systems go on. But the stiffer competition after this small little break will get underway. We just kind of want to set the scene before we get started here. We're going to be here for just a little while for you to be able to experience this at the Fort Sill Apache Casino. You're welcome to come by and check it out for yourself, whether you want to sign up for Ambucs or whether you're looking to get into cornhole or have an opportunity of doing that, and has an opportunity take that. So we certainly want to have that as an advantage as well. So stay tuned. We'll have more right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Hopefully we'll come back from a break here and I've got one of the cornhole players that was kind of warming up, and I kind of want to pick his brain a little bit so I could get him on headset. He's the first one that kind of volunteered because I know the director was kind of basically saying that, hey, whoever wants to come on mic and talk a little bit about some things, and sure enough. Well, what's your name?
My name is David Rivers.
And David, where are you from?
I'm out of Wichita Falls, Texas.
Okay, Wichita Falls. You came across the Red River, and
Yes,
and you
sir.
survived, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so into cornhole. Talk a little bit about how long you've been in cornhole.
Well, I'm new to the sport.
Okay.
I've been right at it, introduced by through my brother-in-law, and I've been new to the sport for about 4 to 6 months.
Oh, 4 to 6 months, so you're a newbie. But
Yes.
you know what? I will say this, because I've seen the camaraderie of, whether you're a pro, whether you're older or younger, you're kind of accepted in this. It's kind
yeah.
of like people enjoy that you're getting started, and it doesn't matter if they played for 5 years and you started 4 months.
I tell you what, the atmosphere has been fantastic, just like a family. You're welcomed home,
Yeah.
and everybody is just so welcoming and want to just help you out.
Now, I was going to ask you how you got started, but you said a family member did. Well, so what, was it just kind of in the backyard, throwing it around, or he was practicing? You said, well, what is this all about, and how can I get involved in it?
That's exactly what it was.
Okay.
I think the SID tournament came to Wichita Falls last year, and my brother-in-laws were going, hey, Richard's going to be in it, and they ended up winning their class Division C.
Wow.
And I was really impressed. I mean, that he won it, and they'd been playing for about a year or so down in Graham. And I came up there, and, man, I was just astounded by the turnout.
Yeah.
So that's what really brought me on. And
what has impressed you about tournament stuff with the amount of players? Have you picked up on some things? Have people, like golf tournaments, there's people willing to give you some insight of what to
Sure.
help your game, and other people not so much, but what have you learned?
The thing about it is, I played golf tournaments and stuff at all ages out here.
Yeah.
You got from young, I believe 8, 10 years old, all the way up to 60.
I know it's
65.
it is very unique. outside of the pickleball kind of fascination with kind of the middle age, kind of that kind of grouping, and some younger and some older, very comparable. That it's open to kind of all ages as far as the fun is concerned. So, are you having fun?
I'm having a fantastic
Are you
blast.
really? Okay.
I really am.
I guess that's the best way to go in a tournament when okay, I'm not out to win it. There's not any pressure on me. I'm just out here to have some fun with some friends.
Well, everybody, this gets your competitive juices going.
Oh, yeah.
So if you really want to really perform, you really got to put the time in. But
Yes.
if you want to come out here and have a good time and meet great people, this is the place to be. It
Now,
really
I was talking about how I know guys that are, tries to, be as competitive as they can. They'll be in the living room in their throwing motion and just get that because it's, it's memory muscle, just kind of just going back and forth. So let me ask you this. 4 months into it, have you perfected or have you done an airmail yet?
I've done 2 airmails.
Have you?
During competition.
Really?
And it's astounding because everybody cheers you on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for those who don't understand, and I had to be educated, I don't know all the ins and outs of all the terminology of airmail. I mean, of cornhole, but airmail I do know. It's really kind of. They said that most of these players, if they were to knock it in the hole, they said, "Well, it's just throwing a beanbag in a hole on a board." And I said, "No, not really, because there's all the blocking the hole to make sure that none of yours get in, and if you do, you can drag theirs in." But an airmail is what I like to see when you see them, is everything is guarded up in that hole, so it's all blocked, and you come up over them in the hole without dragging anybody else in. Right. So you give them no points, you get that, and that's work. I mean, that isn't people. People that perfect that isn't luck. I mean, it's there's a lot of
there's a lot of practice.
There's a lot of practice.
Yeah. Now we've got my local cornhole is a Texoma Cornhole in Wichita Falls.
Okay.
Run by Skip McCain and Lori and oh my goodness, he goes to church with me.
And you forgot his name.
Porter. Lori Porter.
Yeah.
And they are fantastic folks. And
how many is in your group, would you say?
In our group? Today?
No, in your group there in Wichita Falls.
They run about 60 people.
60, okay.
60.
And then how many did you bring up for this?
We brought 2 teams, 2 teams of 2.
Okay.
So,
very good.
So they had last weekend they had the big tournament over there, 2 weekends ago, and everybody kind of spreads out, kind of goes their own, hits their own tournaments. But this is my very first one. In fact, I was really impressed with it. I told him, I said, I want to go to one of those tournaments. But it's kind of like you're saying, you want to go in there and you want to perform.
Yeah.
And here's the deal: you can play backyard all you want and have a good time. I think you're really good. But what happens is the nerves.
Yeah.
And if you can get past the nerves of getting up there,
playing in front of people or against other people, yeah.
And that's a totally different. It's just like a gamer.
Yeah.
So I'm fixing to be 59. I can't hit a golf ball. I can't play basketball no more.
You're right. Okay. So
but
you found something you can do.
I found something I can do indoors and enjoy it and enjoy people's company and have a great time.
Well, and Ambucs thanks you too, and especially coming from Wichita Falls, so it's an area event, not just a local event where it brings people in the community for that. Well, good luck the rest of the way, and I appreciate you coming by.
Thank you so much. You guys have been welcoming, and I just enjoyed the experience, and thank you so much.
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and Great Plains Ambucs is where it's where we're at the Fort Sill Apache Casino. Want to thank our fine sponsors, starting with Pam and Barry. They are our title sponsor. And then we also want to thank our fine from the main sponsors of Comanche Ace and the West Side Ace Hardware. What was AeroSign? It's Fusion Sign and Design. Southwest Oklahoma Brewery with SOB and CDBL. Pam and Barry and the Apache Casino Hotel. Along with Arvest Bank, TZR Pro, Ambucs Big Hat with Gordon Shaw and Ambucs National President, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery and CDBL, McBride Insurance Agency, Billingsley Ford, and ABCCity.com. So I think the break is almost about ready, and I know those who are watching on Facebook, we'll get you some action here, and not just have this guy talk a little bit about cornhole. We want to see some of it, so we're going to be able to see some of the action, some of the players, and we'll do that. We're going to take a quick timeout and be back at the Fort Sill Apache Casino right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Pam and Barry's team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
All right, we're back here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino, where the Bags for Cash from the Great Plains Ambucs is underway. They just kind of had people holding off because they had some charging for the, it keeps the score. And they have a couple of tablets that have to be presented. And once they do, we'll get to some action here and get to see a little bit of play. That's why I know you're watching. Got to watch a little bit of cornhole for those who are on YouTube and then also on Facebook. And we want to thank our fine sponsors, Comanche Ace and Westside Ace, Fusion Sign and Design, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery with CDPL, Pam and Barry, and the Apache Casino Hotel where we are located. Because we're going to get warmed up to kind of show you a little bit about how this will look. As you'll get to see in the corner. I think they're going to get started now.
Let me know if the number is wrong. Everything good on those? Everything should be good. Steady. Captain and Logan versus Amber and Destin, Court 1. Alex and Trey versus Destin and Brody Schechter, Court 2. Ethan and Adrian versus Tanya and Mike Bendit, Court 3. Sammy and JBJ versus.
So I think they're giving some last-minute instructions. We're at the Pam and Barry, court number 1 for the Bags for Cash and the All for Charity. Ambucs, of course, they help with their Amtrikes, and they do so much more for the community. by community leaders, and we love to see that. Have sponsors that help with this broadcast is rolling across the bottom of your screen. We're live at the Fort Sill Apache Casino, and we'll be here for just a little while to kind of keep you company with it over here on this side of the keeping up with the see inside the comfortable setup of the Fort Sill Apache Casino, and you'll see how easily is just racking up points as I've been told. I mean, if you really want to do this, you can do this all day. Of just block one up there, but mostly it will slide in. But then there's one that was without taking the other one in, and we'll get some pros that I know the cornhole family will say, yeah, you have no clue of what you're talking about. But of course, for charity, that's what this is all about. Some fun and some prizes, so they definitely will. Oh, and then got that one to tail in. So I know that's not really the aspect of what you wanted. We'll switch ends over. Got several that were going on, and it's a double elimination tournament as they're announcing. See where her feet are on the line there to make sure that she's right behind the throwing lane without penalty and kind of get into a rhythm. We're so glad you could. It took them both in. So glad you could join us for this presentation, helping out the Great Plains Ambucs here, Lawton, Oklahoma, Fort Sill Apache Casino. And we'll switch ends. Hoping to get some more of the pros involved about showing a little bit about the ins and outs of the competition here and what it's sized up to be. Fort Sill Apache Casino, where we're located, Great Plains Ambucs and the Bags for Cash, 2026. So we started in 2020, believe it or not, right? The COVID year indoor event. Freed it up about six years. I think it's 21 that they did it because this is the 6th. So you always count not that year. You count the one first you do it. But with the amount of teams that are here today, represented, looking to kind of make an impact in the competition that's out here today. So we said that even in our previous interview of how collectively you're accepted in really, if I want to call it the cornhole family. Boy, we've kind of log jammed this. There it goes. And it's amazing to me you can sweep through there and get one in without affecting the other two. We had a couple of us that were drug in. And, of course, the nice tablets give an opportunity for the scoring. Just kind of goes connected. All the groups that are represented. We had earlier a gentleman from Wichita Falls, Texas, decide to come up there, and he's having a lot of fun with it. Said if you can get past the nervousness of not only competition, but playing with people, against people, and in front of people. I always thought that would be something from, like a golf game of mine. I wouldn't want to play in front of people. If I'm out on the course by myself, that's one thing. I don't have to keep score. I don't have to have everybody else kind of look at my indeficiencies in a sport. We'll go back on the other side as we'll get through and hopefully get some cornhole knowledge here during this tournament because, even though we're a sports network, and if sports is our middle name, and if it is a sport, we want to be a part of it, there's not a lot of what I understand with this sport and the scoring and how it goes. Wow, it just all flushed right in as they block the hole, and then, I know that means something, when you take them all and points given and taken. So you also see there's a mix. You have a man and a woman in this one on the one side, and you have the two guys on the other side, and they give a little fist bump for encouragement, and we'll go back on the other end. I think there's a little bit of congratulatory. And we'll wait to get another team that's up. That's how it goes. And you'll kind of see a lot of these, but we're on court number 1, so we've set up where you're going to be able to see the boards. You're going to see how it gets and how it's scored and how it goes from there. So we certainly appreciate that. So wait for another team to come up on court number 1, but thanks to your great sponsorship that helps the Ambucs Bags for Cash. And we get a little bit of time, and especially for those who are joining us on the network, whether it be on Facebook, give us a like, give us a follow there. On YouTube, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe there. Sports is our middle name. We have had nonstop basketball for the last several days, including 7 on Thursday. We had the semifinals yesterday and finals today with 2 OSN teams. I wish I could have said more, but they're 2 of the same, coming from the same school, Carl Albert and Newcastle, both boys and girls that have advanced to the state championship. Congratulations to Carl Albert Lady Titans. A bucket at the end of the game, so they had to get a free throw, 2 free throws to tie it, and then a putback shot to win it in the end by a deuce. So congratulations, after 26 years, Carl Albert Lady Titans were winners. Boys will take on each other at about 6:45 on the network as well for an audio-only presentation, as the NFHS has exclusive rights to video. And we got baseball in action. As we mentioned yesterday, you got to see Elgin Owls in action against the Duncan Demons. That was winners as they advanced after losing to Duncan for a state championship. They got kind of the rematch. And then we saw MacArthur and Eisenhower, and the MacArthur Highlanders were able to beat the Eisenhower Eagles. Our broadcast buddies and supporters are rolling on the bottom end of the screen. We got a couple of guys that are going to do, and gals, that are going to do a warm-up. And we're going to take a timeout and be back to action right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call Pam and Barry's team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Yeah, I think they're going to still do a little bit of warm-ups here in this lane. We got the others that have come in. Have an opportunity to get some more competition as double elimination tournament able to we get to thank many of our sponsors for this event, from Comanche and Ace and the West Side Ace over there on Cash Road, over by Wayne's Drive-In. Fusion Sign and Design, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery and CDBL, Pam and Barry, Apache Casino Hotel, and those broadcast partners that are rolling across your screen right now. I want to thank them for giving us a couple of opportunities to see some competition as they'll ready to get started. And we hope to get some, some more professional. We've been very fortunate to have some good people call the competition part of cornhole. I know we have several that are on the floor, and that's a dilemma that we've got here. Just trying to just go as they touch hands, and I think we're ready to go. So, yep, this is official. The warm-up is over, and now it's into the throwing competition here on Court 1 of the Pam and Barry courts. So people have their design shirts for their respective cornhole groups that they have come across. We had earlier from Wichita Falls, Texas. The Great Plains Ambucs appreciates everybody that's a part of this. They're going to do this on Sunday as well. A little bit maybe not as competitive on Sunday as it is today. The double elimination and the money-making opportunities right here. Throwing. You can see there's a young man right next to this set. It is certainly showing the age differences between the two. Now, I think that's almost, well, I wouldn't say an impossibility for an airmail, but they tried for it. You could see just out of all the backside of all that, trying to go in, here's an opportunity for him to do the same. Kind of bounced and went. And that's how it is, just sometimes just does not go the way you want it to. I guess ideally, and this is what I do know, if everybody just basically threw and went in the hole, it would be tied, because they match yours. But all the blocks and the opportunities and the slide off, slide ins, and look at it, she said she wasn't happy with that. He said, "You're good." Heard him touch off with that little comment there. Court 1 on the Pam and Barry courts, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner for those who are throwing. I want to thank our broadcast partners that make this possible. You can see the I think that was I'll get you a score here momentarily. I think it's trying to read their back of their badge and I think, I don't know if it's 7. Don't want to comment without it being right. I don't know if it's 7-1. Of course, the scoring goes up. The competition moves on as we go through this. And we'll flip it on the other side of the court at the Court 1 Pam and Barry at the Great Plains Ambucs Bags for Cash Cornhole Tournament. Right around St. Patrick's Day is when this is kind of. I know that's kind of midweek, but the weekend of St. Patrick's, and they have it Thursday or Friday, Saturday, Sunday events. The Fort Sill Apache Casino has been opportunity to be their host. Got what he wanted there. I think it's all tied up at 10 apiece from the last scoreboard that I was able to see, so A little tight competition coming this way. Back and forths, trying to get what they can to put that ace in the hole. Slides in. For those who are new to us by the Cornhole family, welcome aboard on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We have 13 schools in the network we cover, high school sports. We also do some collegiate. We have SNU rugby. We've had OU lacrosse. We've had I-44 racing. So, and throw cornhole in here as well on OSN 1 as an opportunity. As we say, sports is our middle name. If it is a sport, we want to be a part of it. You can be a part of it as well as you join us. So give us a like, give us a follow on Facebook. On YouTube, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us there because we've got so many sporting events. Like we said, just baseball, 2 baseball games yesterday with a whole bunch of basketball going on at one time. So there's a opportunity at blocks that whole entrance. You can kind of tell how it's going by the faces of the competitors, whether they like that throw or not. See, that just kind of tells you the story of his throws particularly. We'll go back on the other end of the floor. Have a little bit of music in the background to kind of keep the monotony of just having really nothing. It just kind of gives a little more relaxed part of the atmosphere here. And even the one that directs this tournament is even playing too. So it's kind of like everybody's in, all in. But the Great Plains Ambucs certainly appreciates what they're getting out of it. Is benefiting all of their programs from the Amtrikes to the wheelchair ramps, helping those in the community. I think it's 11-9 is what I see on the score. But the other thing is that I don't have awareness of is which team is ahead of the other, because I don't know who is. I think it is the dark team is got the 11. Yeah, that's true. And we don't have names or group pronunciations of what they've got. But we are live at the Fort Sill Apache Casino for the Great Plains Ambucs. Bags for cash. I don't know if Monty Brown earlier said, I think 47 teams. What I'd like to find out in their 6 years of how that compares to the previous years. It's been kind of an annual event, like as I said, around St. Patrick's Day that people are used to playing this tournament. And they were very wise to not compete with some bigger tournaments that will draw away some great competitors. So they kind of want to make this where it's kind of an annual event. There was a nice play. Oh, and took that one in there. It's kind of what you say that there you go. I'm also told by those experts of cornhole that every bag is not the same, and that's very specific on the bags they throw and where they get those. It's very important And just like any other style, they like to have their certain ones that they use. Hopefully we'll have a guest cornhole thrower on the headset help us out a little bit. But the visual is a lot. The cornhole people that know this, they know exactly what's going on. And I'll throw a score. It is still 11-9 is the last. And the team in dark is with the 2-point lead. Throwing, and you also see the adjustments that are made of how they flip the bag, and it's kind of a. Oh, she's saying to go for. She's getting some illustration from that side of the board. He says, "Shall I go for it?" He's patiently throwing that around. I think he's going to try to attempt it based on her recommendation, and did not fall. It bounced. And see, that's what I'm saying. You can get a fist bump when you didn't get exactly what you wanted. There's been a lot of strategy here to block that hole. Swipe a couple of them in there off that corner. It's jumped up to 15-9, and I think the team in dark has got the lead trying to put this one away. But I tell you this, since I've done this for a couple of years, I will say that I've seen some great comebacks when you thought that the game was kind of out of hand, and that's how cornhole can go. Just when you think you've got it all. Again on court one on the Pam and Barry court. That one kind of stuttered in. It bounced and went right in. And that one got in without taking the other one in. And can he get? Oh, he knocked that one in. He said, that's on me. I think that last round was a 10-7, so I think it's 18-11. Trying to finish this one away. Here on court one, Pam and Barry court. Notice how this side of the team, and I've noticed just differences. Some people hold all three and just, kind of hold on to them. These two individuals have placed it right there on the board. We're able to see the tablets at least for a score, so I can be a little helpful. So 18-14 now is the score. So like I said, coming from 11, was able to make a little bit of a comeback. Kind of got a little response to that where it kind of came a little short. And the other thing is, too, is they've got other players playing on side of them, and what there distracts them. It kind of reminds me of golf, sometimes. Let this one throw and gets on the edge. And can hear a little bit of the thud. And I will say this, too, not being a cornhole expert, but every board is not the same either, kind of sheen it's got, whether it's slick, whether it's fast. I think you could kind of say the same thing goes with golf, whether the greens are fast, and you got to gauge that. And that's based on what you're throwing and how you're throwing. Back on here on court 1, the Pammonberry court. Our partner saying, put it in the hole. So, in the hole. Not worrying about anything else. Just put it in the hole. Oh, she didn't quite get it. He kind of took one of hers in, so. Oh, landed short, just short on the top when it rolled up. His did too. Last one for her throws. It was 19-18 with the gray team. Remember it was 18-11. This way, kind of score. There is the congratulatory. Winners will advance, and with a double elimination tournament, where we're here at Court 1 and the Pammonberry Court of the Great Plains Ambucs. Bags for cash. We're going to take a quick timeout and be back to action and the court right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We are kind of waiting for the next competitors to arrive on court one, and the Pam and Barry Remax Professionals sponsor of one. And you can basically hear a little bit in the background of music and those who are throwing. Going to give you a little bit of aspect of those who are competing into today's challenge. Pam and Barry, your title sponsor, and we'll wait for the other team to come and get warmed up and get set for continued action right here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I think we have got our team that is going to be warming up. So both are slated here and throwing, and as soon as they get underway, we'll get with the motion of how things will turn out here on court one. And the Pam and Barry court sponsor for the Great Plains Ambucs here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino. get to follow this team here as their warm-ups were finished and are ready to roll. As soon as I can flag over a participant that knows a little bit more on the intricacies of cornhole, we'd like to invite that over. I think it was 7-0 the score. I want to thank our broadcast buddies rolling across the bottom of your screen. Thank them for allowing us to see some action here and promote what's going on here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino since yesterday, all day today. There's a little bit of fun coming up tomorrow as well. Along with our title sponsors of Comanche Home Center and the West Side Ace, Fusion Sign and Design, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery at SOB over on 2nd Street, and CDBL, Pam and Barry and Apache Casino Hotel help sponsoring this event. For our portion of the broadcast and a lot of our partners from Arbest Bank, and TZR Pro and Ambucs Big Hat, Gordon Shaw, Ambucs National President, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery, CDBL, McBride Insurance Agency, Billingsley Ford, ABCCity.com, and the host here at the Apache Casino. In the very back, and they've been a very good host. This is their 6th annual, so 6 years of doing this. I think they've got 47 teams. We had earlier on, Monty Brown was explaining a little bit of all of what Ambucs does with the handicap ramps, the Amtrikes, which they had one of their members able to receive that. Get great use out of it. And those bikes, they say, range around $1,500. So they need some fundraising efforts to be able to distribute those bikes out for those who need it and give them a new lease on life to be able to do some stuff. little bit tighter match here, and you can kind of see the strategy of plugging the hole, knocking one off the board. I think we're tied up in this match 8-8. These are the better performances of the double elimination tournament. They usually kind of schedule us to come to watch some of the better of the competition. He said, stay on at least. Yeah, didn't able to do that. Flip it in on the other end of the court. Anyway, jumped up to a 16-8, just like it was tied 8-8, and then jumps right up with that score. We've seen some great comebacks, though, so. I always like the little fist bump of the two competitors, of the throws and how it's going. So we flip it over the other end of the court on court number 1 for Pam and Barry. The Bags for Cash here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino, 6th annual. You can welcome to come on by and check out some of what's been going on. Whether you want to be a part of Ambucs, you want to be a part of a cornhole group. Earlier we had someone from Wichita Falls that's only 4 months into the sport, and he's just absolutely loving it. We love the support and the support for the Great Plains Ambucs in this annual charitable event. Gets you live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on OSN1. Channel kind of carries for all aspects of sporting events, as we mentioned, SNU Rugby, OU Lacrosse, also I-44 Racing this past summer. Looking for more sports to add and more schools to add on the Oklahoma Sports Network. As I say, nothing explains how it's going more than the face of the throwers in the competition. And I think that made a congratulatory fist bump. And the winners advance. Still a double elimination tournament, so we'll kind of head to a break on your Pam and Barry title sponsorship. And then come back to the next two opponents that will, or the two teams that will face each other. And we'll take a timeout and be back right after this. As you're watching the Bags for Cash Cornhole Tournament, the Fort Sill Apache Casino, right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Pam and Barry's team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Well, we're back here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino and the Pam and Barry Court 1 as we get a couple of last-minute warm-ups here in the court, and we'll get ready for some action here. Thanks to our fine sponsors that are rolling across the bottom of your screen that allows this broadcast possible. think this match is tied at 9 apiece, if I can see the tablet right. As we say that this time of the day, we get some of the better competition of play on court 1. Some of these in the audience today are professionals, meaning they play and get paid, and they get sponsorships to go with it. And seen from all ages, you can see playing in this tournament. Some having fun, as we mentioned, the gentleman from Wichita Falls that just joined the group and been there for 4 months is all, and he's having a blast. Bring this kind of an annual event right around St. Patrick's Day, benefiting the Great Plains Ambucs and all of what they support, from handicap ramps to trikes, those trikes. Oh, tried to get the airmail to go. Even had a little airmail competition of sorts earlier. Looks like it's an 8-6 round. 12-3 is the overall score in the Pam and Barry court. think 12-12 for the round. And 12, so it's just a draw. So it's 12-3 is still the. Twelve to 6 here on court 1. And the team that's nearer to us, can't say dark and light, they're all wearing dark colors, all wearing hats too. That's one thing I've noticed. A lot of the cornhole individuals are playing with baseball caps. Some with their designated shirts. See in the upper left-hand corner of how they're throwing. Fourteen to 6 is the. We've seen some great comebacks, though, in the scoring. So just when you think that something is established, it's can really kind of put things away. It's double elimination tournament, from what I understand. 47 teams that have signed up. Tomorrow is going to be more of a recreational part of the tournament. The more competitor and more of the pro teams or better teams here on Court 1 gets featured each and every year as we come right around St. Patrick's Day. For those who are joining us on Facebook, give us a like, give us a follow there. On YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Come and go and see some of the competition. The 6th annual Great Plains Ambucs Bags for Cash. Yeah, 16 to 6, I think, is what the score is now. Kind of amping their way up. The team that's closer to the camera is the team with the lead. Kind of stroking it, and there's nice. That's beautiful. That's what we say. I don't even know what they call that one. Airmail is when you go up above, but I know that there's a name for it, where it's in the front, bounces, rolls up over the bag without touching it, and then goes in. That's some great talent there. So I get to see some of this stuff, whether you're just learning or trying to figure it out. Give you some more scoring action here. Yeah, it's 19-6 now, so kind of trying to put this one away, salt it off. Our broadcast partners are rolling down below the screen. The very top is your Pam & Barry title sponsor. On court one on the Pam & Barry court. Oh, got that one to slide on in. Hmm. $19-7, so they were able to get one. Just not really putting them in. Oh, this will be interesting here. Really blocking that hole completely. Oh, try to do a little soft touch of that tap in like last time. Oh. Last throw coming here. Oh, wow. He sacked them all in, and I think that is the conclusion. I wonder, we'll have to ask him if the earbuds help. I think that was a clincher right there. So they get to advance. Kind of led the whole way there in the double elimination tournament, and they'll just kind of basically, whether they wait for another team, and right here on court one. We're going to take a timeout and be back to the Fort Sill Apache Casino right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Pam & Barry's team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
All right, we'll have the same team that stayed on the court here, and I think there's going to be a little bit of a warm-up. And we'll get that underway as we are on court 1 for the Bags for Cash charity event, the Fort Sill Apache Casino. Started here. We're going to be another 45 minutes or so to kind of show you a little bit of the action. You can come in person if you'd like. And there's some events with this tournament tomorrow as well. Yeah, I think they asked if we were ready, and he said, yeah, we've only been playing like 1,000 times. So they'll accept it, and we'll go the double elimination tournament, and the winners here stayed on the court. Kind of had a good start of a lead in that last round. Going to want to put that one in. Yeah, kind of keep up. Bags for bags. This goes in. You want to knock yours in as well. Oh, a little short. Hopefully, almost knocked his in. Waiting for it. Didn't drop. Then you give it, it's like we very see in golf. You give it a couple of seconds to see if it's just going to, looks like it is a 4-2 lead for the team that's closest to our camera. Don't have the name of the group or the team. It's very unique. I've never seen, and he's got such a good rhythm with it, that he's got his beverage in his hand and throws at the same time. Or that it just relaxes him. Or that's the first, though. I'm not seeing that one. Had those back-to-back winners here, the double elimination tournament. Here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino, 6th annual, about 47 teams or so, helping benefits of Amtrikes and handicap ramps. They would like for you to come and be a part of it, not only even if you just want to come as a spectator, you're welcome to do that as well. Yes, thank you. We'd love to do that. Yeah, that would certainly help. Their PA announcer is announcing that the poor OSN guy needs help. He needs a little help with conversation. Love to have that. See if there's any takers. We don't bite. We just invite the encouragement of knowing more about the sport and having a little conversation as we get to publicize this in the right manner. In court 1. I think it's 8-4 is the scoring as we see it right now on the tablet behind our scores. They notice that the one guy's got a beverage constantly, and I think that's what, just like this young man here has his earbuds in. I think when he was introducing himself, I don't think he heard it initially when asking what his name was. I said, he's in his zone, in a zone. See a lot of spectators, and I think they've advanced to 12-4. They had this lead before, just kind of iced it away. They won and stayed on this end of the court. It's court 1, and they've taken on the next opponents. We'll be on for another 30 minutes or so, seeing some of the best cornhole participants in this tournament. Some are pros. I wished I had a list of names of those that's on that list. As far as sports goes, sporting events, throughout the network, we had a basketball state championship in 5A girls where the Carl Albert Titans, by a bucket at the last second, seen a lot of that in basketball, win a state championship over the Newcastle Racers. The Newcastle Racers and Carl Albert boys will play at 6:45. You can catch that on the network as well. Had some baseball on Friday. Going to take a little bit of a breather in high school sports because a lot of schools will be in spring break this next week. and the amount of basketball that's been played. Score in this one is 17-7. It looks like they are still in a groove. Kind of tell about who's like the teams to beat because of the crowd that is appearing now. For some observations. Looks like the score is 17-7. Team that's closest to the camera is in the lead. I want to thank our broadcast partners that are on the bottom of your screen. Make this possible. And Pam & Barry, your title sponsor. And another congratulatory for this team is really just put on a display. They won back-to-backs on this court. And they'll wait for the next team. They'll come on court one. So we are going to take another timeout and be back to the Fort Sill Apache Casino as the Bags for Cash continues right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call Pam & Barry's team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
Aero Sign Company is now Fusion Sign and Design, continuing to serve all of Oklahoma and surrounding states for the past 70 years. Their focus has always been driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom work and installation to excellent service, they have the knowledge and expertise to help you along the way and making your image stand out and last for years to come. The all-new Fusion Sign and Design. Phone 353-2227.
When it comes to your new home or remodeling project, build it right with Comanche Home Center. Our professional staff can help you every step of the way to make sure you get the best lumber, tools, and supplies to tackle any job imaginable. Give us a call today for a free estimate. Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
All right, we're back here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino, and finally, and I know you made the address of, hey, if anybody wants to go over and talk on OSN, they're more welcome to do that. This is kind of a downtime on court one anyway, waiting for the next opponent. Okay, so give us the whole completely rundown. I think you gave it a number. How many people have signed up?
Okay, so today we had 47 teams.
Okay, I said that right then. That's good.
Yes, times 2.
Okay.
Tomorrow we have 72 singles.
So singles tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. So of these, I am looking at on court 2, you've got Sammy Soto and Justin Burton Jr. Sammy is in the black shirt against Madden Franco and Landon Brackett. And these two, Madden, you've actually seen him on ESPN.
Really? Now, which one is he, the taller or the shorter one with the hat?
He is the taller kid walking back.
Walking right
Yes.
past the camera right now in the black and white.
Yes, he has the BG hat on.
Okay.
And
where is he from?
Madden is from Texas. I'm not sure where. He has been on ESPN this year. Sammy, you have seen on ESPN this year. Justin Burton Jr., you have seen on ESPN.
Okay.
Their opponent against Landon is a kid from Waurika, Oklahoma. So
wow, very nice.
Yes, Landon is definitely an epic.
Hoping that we could get them on court 1 if they eventually. I know that's where we're featured at,
right.
So we could kind of see both of them in there. So that'd be maybe unfortunate, but that's good. See, like I was saying earlier, I didn't know who all was who, and I knew there was pros here.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been in cornhole personally yourself?
I personally have been on this since 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of old school. You're a veteran then.
I guess you could say that, yes.
I didn't say old. I said old school.
Okay, yes.
So, okay.
Yeah.
And then what got you into cornhole?
We moved here from California and didn't know anybody here. So my husband said, hey, there's a cornhole league going. Why don't we go do this so we can meet people? Obviously, you can tell I'll talk to anybody. So we don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
And my husband's the same way. So we started meeting people that way and met some great friends, got a great cornhole family. And
what group are you? You're in the Shady 580.
We are the 81 baggers.
Oh, 81 baggers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
right.
but we both clubs throw out of Lawton.
Okay.
At the Lawton VFW.
How many is in your club?
I think we've probably got about 45 members, and I think Shady 580. Now, Shady 580's been around longer.
Yeah.
And they're old school, and they got a lot of people who identify with them.
Okay. How many times or how often do you guys meet as a club?
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we play on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights at the Lawton VFW.
It's kind of replacing, and I'm old school. So, I call you kind of old school, but I'm old. So I can say that, back in the day when my dad was in a bowling league, and you bowled once a week. And that still exists, but cornhole has really been kind of, pickleball had a little bit of stuff, but what I really liked about cornhole is every age, any age.
Oh, yeah.
And it really is kind of the family, and it's not only a family atmosphere where you bring your kids to this, but what I like about it is the young and the old, they all kind of intermix. It's not kind of like you're not segregated by age or by gender. It's just you love cornhole, you're in,
yes,
and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, it really is. You've got a lot of these kids. There's Adrian. They call him Ace. He's from New Mexico, and he is a junior pro playing ACL only. And he's actually been playing against these pros for a little bit now. And he's phenomenal. He's the little kid. You can't see him on camera, but he is down there in the black sweatshirt with the white hat.
Yeah, no, he was on our court twice.
Yes, he is.
He's won two matches on this court that we were able to see.
Okay, yeah. So that's just it. I think he's 8 years old.
Yeah, and the thing is, I noticed he has his earbuds in, and I think the guy was introducing himself, so he was either zoning in. And the other thing is, first time I saw the opponents that they were taking on, this guy had a beverage in his hand the entire time. Now, I didn't think it was because he had to have the beverage in. I think it's kind of like your safety blanket. I think you have to have that in order to make it flow and go,
I totally laugh because I do tell people, hey, this is a great sport because literally you can have a beer in
I
one
understand.
hand.
Well, I understand that, but I don't think he was doing it for the purposes because it wasn't like, hey, next one, I got to have one. I think it's just kind of, okay, this is my rhythm. I got to have this in one hand, whether it's a nervous thing or whatever it is, just to kind of calm me down to have what I need to. So
yes, you're probably
right.
I
am just a silent observer. I've really been impressed with. I told you about the age. There's no discrepancy there. It's not like your age and our age, and your group has to play with someone else. And then in the inviting, and the thing is, if they want to be a part of your club, what do they need to do if they want to come join you or even find out about cornhole? Because I think some people are intimidated. Like, I don't know what to do, and I don't know the rules, and what's going to go on with that?
Well, the thing is anybody can come play with us. We play on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights at the Lawton VFW, post 5263. They're welcome anytime to come down. We come about 7 o'clock. You don't even need bags. You don't need anything. It costs you $10 to play. You can get 6 games in a night. You don't have to bring a partner. Anybody is welcome, and we love to have new people come in. So
now, this young man you said, well, there's 2, and the one that's closest now, I guess, as you say, is we've seen him on ESPN. Now, if you're pro, just kind of give us an indication. I know it's probably it varies. How much, if you are a professional, how much can you make or expect to make? And it probably ranges, right?
Honestly, I will.
What makes you a pro? Let's start with that.
Well, these guys.
Because you get sponsors or
yes.
people get paid? Okay.
And literally, some of these guys do not work.
They do not work.
They don't work. This
well,
is
if you're
job.
pro, you shouldn't be. This is your job, right?
This is your job.
Okay.
I have never asked. My mother taught me never to ask.
Make?
Yes, my
how
mom
much
taught
do you
me.
Make?
Yeah, never to
no,
ask.
I just didn't know if there was kind of a public nature because there's a prize for this, right?
Yes.
The winner wins how much? The team wins.
Okay, so the Apache Casino kicked in, I believe, $2,000.
Okay.
Okay, so what it is we're splitting that at $1,500 going to the Tier 1, $300 to Tier 2, and $200 to Tier 3. And then other than that, the prize money is coming out of their entry fees to get in here.
Okay.
So
I have so many questions that, I think of another question. You mentioned doubles today and singles. What is more popular, doubles or singles?
I feel like singles really, because see, here's the thing. As much as we are a family.
Right.
If it's singles, you can't blame a partner.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Controlled on your throws and your.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you're better, and I hate to say that, but if you feel like you're doing better, and your partner has let you down, I had to throw with their bags or whatever, it's on you. So you have no excuses.
The other thing is, too, I don't want to create divorces in situations with spouses, but blame the spouse for not. It's like, okay, she wants to be on my bowling league, but she's not really a great bowler, and we're really trying to win, those kind of things. Now, this young man here, like that you said, was featured on ESPN and is a pro, and this is what he does. Does you find him doing more doubles, singles, or he does both?
Both.
He does
yes.
both. Okay.
When you play everything because it's the same game, basically. It's the same game no matter what.
Now, this has been 6th annual, and it's right around St. Patrick's Day, and I know that they tried to align this where they weren't competing with other great tournaments, to draw people away. And so has the numbers been kind of about the same, been growing? How has this been for the last several years of where it is now?
I think it's stayed about the same. It surged.
People get used to it,
yes.
And that's where I'm going to go to, and I can go to something else later.
I kind of call this I personally have never been to an ACL tournament. I have been to a TCL, which is Texas Cornhole League. These are huge events. I mean, we're talking 500 players. ACL, wow. I couldn't even tell you how many they get. Anyways, I kind of call it a boutique because we're limited to only 19 sets of boards in here. So we have to limit how many people can sign up. And because the Apache has been so gracious to offer money, we are able to offer this big prize package. So these pros want to come play.
Yeah, okay. Because they say if it's in my area and I can make a little bit of money on top of that, And so this one right here that we're talking about featuring, how old of a young man is he?
Madden?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Madden is probably about 15.
15.
I only say this because I know his parents brought him last year. I know his parents brought him this year as well.
Wow.
So.
Not even able to drive, but is playing professional cornhole.
I am telling you.
It blows you away, doesn't it?
And then you look at the little kid out there, Ace.
Yeah.
And Ace is the same way. His mom,
Now, is he a professional?
He's a junior pro.
Junior pro.
Yes.
But what does that make? What is it because of age that makes you a junior pro? Okay.
Yeah. But literally, he's actually played these professional guys.
Oh, wow.
So we have one from our group that her aunt was an ACL pro, and she's our up-and-coming too.
Now, his partner is right next to him, and only because they've been on our court twice. So
yes.
You can go back and look at it. But here is a little bit closer look of the two right there on your screen.
Yes.
And he's just kind of waiting it out to say, when do we play next? And,
yes.
Whether he's got his little earbuds in. But I mean, it is, and you can see just even the discrepancy on the screen of the age, groups and how they're paired up, and you got men and women, whether they're spouses or good friends, and it's just been kind of very interesting to watch, and it's very educational for me because I mean, a lot of people don't really understand, and I don't know all of I'm impressed about certain things like. I've always, and you even had a little airmail thing when I got here. You said,
yes.
We're going to do an airmail thing where that's what you're going to do. Now, in airmail, from what I understand, when you block the hole and the bags, you don't want them to go in the hole. So your whole philosophy is to go up and over, to airmail that over and then go in the hole without dragging the other bags in.
Yes.
Now, I had another one. Tell me what this one was called, where you have all of them blocked, and instead of airmail, it bounces in front and then jumps over and into the hole without bringing the bags. Now, what is that called?
It's just, it's just another shot. And
okay.
like you just said, it's
that was
bounce.
just a good shot.
The big one is, and you'll watch these kids will do it, they'll throw a roll bag. So they'll have all those sitting up there, and they'll actually, the way they let it go, they'll twist their wrist like this, let it go, and it'll roll over, like on its side.
Now, I've got guys that I know. Brandon Stabler's one. They kind of got me educated on that. He said he'll sit in the living room and just rhythm. I mean, just a muscle memory, just throwing, just to kind of get that. Even when he's not doing anything, I'm just sitting watching TV, and I'm, you're kind of getting this in the motion for it. But then he also talked about boards are different.
Yes.
It's kind of like greens on golf courses. Some are faster than others. You have to learn that. And then no bag is the same.
Nope.
And there is specifics. So I'm going to ask you, is there a certain bag you use and why? And why did you gravitate to that bag and I'm not throwing with anything else?
So I kind of throw kind of hard. So I do well on a slower board, and I have like I said, it's a 5. Okay, when we look for bags, we look for a rating. I throw with a 5.8. On the slow side, it's a 5 out of 10. On the fast side, it's an 8 out of 10. And that's what I throw. And it's a whole science behind this. There is a fill. There is how thick a fill. It is this game has evolved from a corn bag on a piece of plywood to the finishes on these boards, the Baltic birch that is used for them, the bracing underneath the board, the type of fabric that is used on these bags, the front side and the back side, then what the fill is inside. It is insane. And I will tell you.
Yeah, because I know I've been told there's a lot of different ingredients that are in bags, and I will laugh because you'll see these people with these, they call them Zuka bags. These are wheeled bags, and they will probably have, some people will have 10 sets of bags with them. Wow. Because it depends on what type of, what's going on. Yeah. And then the weather has something to do with it. The humidity, how cold is it in the winter? I always laugh. Whether it's outside or inside.
Yes.
I mean, whether an outside tournament, have those factors, or inside,
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I get it. And so, and not to be, insulting with, with people that don't know and say, well, what's the difference between that and a beanbag toss in the yard? And I said, oh, you've not been to a cornhole tournament yet. I said, you better not say that in this group here, because that really isn't what this is. But, I mean, it's like saying horseshoes. Okay, well, you throw the horseshoe and get close to the ring, and there's some stuff like that. There is so much more, is what you were getting into detail, and really how it's done. I mean, it's not just throwing in and get lucky, because as they were telling me, because points are points. If it was just the you had to throw it in the hole and get it in the hole and that be it. Well, it'd be a tie every single round, because your guy and your person can get that in the hole every single time, pretty much.
Yep.
And so that really isn't in. And to stop people by blocking them. And let me ask you, how are you doing today? Because you're not only running this tournament, but you're in the tournament. I don't know how you do that, but how are you doing right now?
Well,
have you been eliminated?
No, I'm actually still in. I'm waiting.
Okay,
I keep checking my phone because I'm waiting to make
sure
that
you're up. You're up. Yeah.
I'm waiting because we are the next big game up, so we're waiting on somebody. We are, my partner and I believe we went 2-2 or 1-3 in rounders. It ranked us. We are now 3-1 in bracket, so we've already lost one. And if we lose our next game, we're out. But
okay, this is the third time we're going to see them here, and we
Okay.
talk about that. So if you don't get called away, then you can kind of narrate this
Sure.
after they get – I know they get a couple of warm-up tosses, and then after that we'll be ready to go, and then you can kind of score it and tell me the strategies involved in it, like what are
Okay.
they trying to do. And I will say this, because I've watched this team right here, and what are their names or the group name?
This is Ethan Black is
Okay.
on the left.
Yes.
And then his partner is Adrian,
Yes.
or Ace, his nickname. And
Ace,
then
okay.
They are playing against Sammy Soto, and I believe Sammy's partner is Logan. Actually,
This is some of the better teams, I presume.
These
Yeah.
are legit.
Okay,
legit.
and that's what I don't say. That's why I'm
Yeah.
glad that we got it. I knew the philosophy is the better players were going to be on our court,
Yes.
on court one, so we can see it, and we were able to do that. But I just couldn't narrate it as much. The only way I could cheat to know is the tablet would tell the score, and I
Right.
kind of at least would throw that out. So I got that.
Yes.
But all the other stuff that would be helpful. And as long as you don't get called away, I'm going to love this portion of us. But this will be the third time we've seen them.
Yes. Okay, so
on
Sammy
this.
Soto is playing with Justin Burton Jr., which he has been on many times on ESPN, and they call him JBJ.
He's the one with the BC hat on it?
Okay, so Sammy has the BG.
Or
and
BG,
that's his sponsor. He is
Okay.
sponsored by BG Cornhole.
Okay.
And then
All right.
actually, Ethan, I am not sure who Ethan is sponsored by. I'd have to look and see what bags he's throwing. His partner, Ethan Black's partner, is Adrian, and Adrian has been sponsored by BG Cornhole since he was 6 years old. Can you believe it? 6 years old.
And
6 years old.
Yeah, and you're not just because of your age; it's because of your ability.
Yes.
And how you're doing it. When does he get his start? I mean, for a 6-year-old, how long have you've been playing longer than he's been alive?
Right.
You know what I mean? So you go, what's up with that?
This kid is just, these kids are fearless. I
Yeah.
honestly, I kind of hate playing them sometimes
Yeah.
because they're absolutely fearless. They will throw those air melts. They don't care. They're
Yeah.
just going to do it. And not only that, but when these kids get knocked out of these tournaments, sometimes you'll watch them. They will throw for 2-3 hours on their own, just screwing around, just throwing a bag. You know what I mean? So that muscle memory for them is no big deal.
Now, is the practice over? Are they ready?
I'm going to say probably not
okay.
yet,
All right.
because they just haven't started the game on their tablet.
Oh, okay.
So now,
See, these little things I said, because it was hard for me to say. Now, are they still practicing, or are they in on it? And then when I see one of them go back over, I'm hoping that most of you.
You know what we're going to do? I
What?
will get you a tablet that has their names and everything else, and so you can see when they start the game. So at
Okay.
least you'll know the game, and then you'll see the score a little bit.
As long as you're here for this thing, because I think this will take us to our last venture here.
Got
so
you. Okay.
I think I'm hoping that you just don't get called away. So, I got to go, and it'll be right in the middle of it.
Right.
That'll be my luck. But I'm just saying that if they get started here, at least you'll get me started, because for those who patiently have been waiting for an announcer to come.
I am so sorry.
No, you don't need to apologize. I'm just saying I didn't really get to say much for a lot because there wasn't for me to say, and I didn't really want to talk really unintelligent or stupid. When I come out,
would never hold
ignorant. We'll just say
Yes.
ignorant. How about that? That's not the word I
Right.
want to use. Ignorant is because I just don't know.
You just don't know exactly.
And I'll tell you what, it's just to know that we have been watching greatness on our screen, and not accidentally, because it is planned to have some of the better matchups. And the time that we come to start around 3:30 or so, it starts to really get good. We get to really see the better teams, and they funnel them to court one on the Pam and Barry court side. And you can see the title sponsor is up there on the top of your screen, and all of our broadcast partners have been rolling down on the bottom end of the screen here at the Fort Sill Apache Casino. So glad you could join us. 47 teams that are starting. Are they still warming up? Because
I'm looking to see if they've actually. It looks like they may. No, they did start the game.
okay, that's what I thought. Okay, because he had more of a serious face on, and so now you can intelligently tell me who wins this round and what's going on. We're having a conversation of cornhole. I am just so pumped and excited. Next time I'm just going to hire you to just stay with me and say you're not going to play. You're just going to be here for the whole time.
I wasn't intending to play today.
Running a tournament and playing, that's a little bit tough. I think Brandon, I mentioned him earlier. Brandon said he did that the first year, and I said, that was tough. They had him running around everywhere.
Okay, looks like we had a 12-on-7.
Okay.
So Sammy threw a 12 4-bagger on 8th and 7. 8th and missed one off the back of the board.
Now, this taller one, is he also featured? Is he a pro?
Yes, he is. That's
okay, so this is pro on pros.
Pro on pro. This is Justin Burton Jr.
Okay.
Versus 8. Ace. So
Ace.
Now, yeah. That's 3 on 3. It's 6 on 3. That's how I keep track when I'm counting. 6 on 4. 9 on 4.
And what do you want him to do right about now if you're ace?
Ace,
that one knocked
he
one
did
in.
knock it in, so he's probably not going to go after that one. So he's just going to need to go straight in.
Just to go straight in?
Yeah. Oh, he missed. Okay.
He missed it.
12
and I always say this is one thing I could tell, as I said, I could tell that things aren't going right by the expression on their faces.
Right.
I said, they didn't like that. They didn't like that at all.
Yeah, so you've got Sammy Soto and JBJ up 9-0 at the moment. There's a lot of game left, though. I mean, these guys will throw for 20 minutes. They'll give up a point or two a round.
Yeah, that's the other thing is, too, I saw was I've seen some great – in previous years, I've seen some great comebacks where you thought, this game is out of hand, and then all of a sudden, bam, they just come in they had a round that was just phenomenal.
Right. Yeah, that is a thing. I mean, there's been many times we watch a lot of cornhole ourselves because we know some of these guys, so it's kind of cool. You can really relate. Right. So there's a lot of times that we'll be watching, for a 20-minute game. The average is about a 15-minute game, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Okay, now you got 10-0 to Sammy and JBJ. I love that the broadcasters, the announcers for other ones have given these guys these nicknames.
Oh, so Ace was by a broadcaster then?
I'm going to go with probably. I think it's hilarious because sometimes I feel really bad when an adult has to play one of these kids because everybody in the room is pulling for those kids.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Ace actually has music on, or is it just a ploy to think that his ears are plugged? That's a good question.
I will bet money he's got music going. He didn't. Okay. He probably doesn't appreciate the music I've got playing at the moment.
Well, and I will say this: you've kind of had a genre of everything, from country to rock and roll, and I think that kind of cuts down from the quietness. I mean, if it was just people. Man, that is clogged up with a whole bunch of nothings.
Nothing, you got that right. Okay, that's a 12-0. 12-0 now to Sammy and JBJ. So Ethan and Ace got to get something going here.
Yeah, I know, because they cruised through their first 2 matches here in front of us. So it's kind of.
Now, Ethan came and played with us last year, and he didn't have a fantastic outing during rounders. That's what we call our 4 warm-up games, and it places you into the bracket. And he goes, can you make sure I am in the Tier 1? I want to play Tier 1. And a lot of people are like, no, heck no, I want to play in the lower. I don't want to play these pros. Ethan's like, nope, put me in there. You're never going to get better unless you play better people.
Yeah,
right?
What's
the
true.
saying? Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I love that about him, and he's been pressing a lot. I will tell you that these guys are probably practicing minimum of 4 hours a day.
Yeah. You'd have to be in order to get what you need out of it.
Yeah. Okay, so Ethan got a couple back on that round, so it's now 12-2.
And you think 12-2, man, how are you going to make up that difference? But what's the biggest score you can get in a round?
Okay, the biggest score you could get would be a 12, and let's say that would be somebody threw all 4 bags off.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to see that in this, at this level, but the funny thing that cracks me up. Now, I'm just your average player.
Airmail coming up.
Let's see it.
Nope.
He was throwing. He just pushed it all in.
He just pushed it in.
Yep.
So everybody just got points out of that then.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So the funniest thing I've seen is watching these guys, and we all tell our partners, "Hey, my bad. I just threw this. I threw one off. Whatever. My bad." The funniest thing is when your partner just throws a 10 when you're at this level, and they throw a 10, and they go, "Oh, my bad, because they threw a 12 on 10. My bad, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I would be happy to throw a 10 every single time. I would take that. I'd be like, yeah."
And you go to what? What is the?
go to 21.
21.
Yep.
Okay. And you have to win by 2?
Nope, we do not play bust.
Okay.
We play straight up to 21.
Straight up
Oh, that
21.
was a great bag by
And
Ethan.
yeah, it came up to the side and then slid in
It's
and
called
didn't
a
touch
cut
it.
bag.
A cutback.
Yeah,
right.
and so what he's doing is he will roll
that one
bag.
just went up over, though.
Oh,
a bounce or over?
Yep, and see Ethan threw that cut bag again. And it's all about twisting your wrist. You know, this is a super easy game. Put the bag in the hole. However, there's so many more nuances to it.
Well,
you know, it's like
it's all the strategy, though.
It
It's
is.
the blocking. It's
And
and the other thing, I saw this where it was kind of holding.
Oh.
How long do you wait for it? Because it looks like it was going to fall, and you give it a couple of seconds or two.
you're supposed to give it 3.
3 seconds.
Yeah,
okay.
I think most people count to 5 just to be, you know, for
safe.
sure.
Safe. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
You are really bringing a great part of this broadcast. So, hey, skip through the first part of the broadcast unless you want to see Ace, and now we know who he is, because now we actually know what we're talking about, and that's what I love. So
Okay, good.
that's good. You've done really great.
Oh, well, thank you.
You've made this whole broadcast worth it.
Oh, good. Well, I would not go that far, but hey.
Yeah, no, it is. It's it's entertaining and it's very informative. You know, that's what I want it to be.
Yes.
I know that Ambucs likes to have it be that way too, and people can have fun. And
yeah, and that's the one thing I've really been trying to make sure everybody understands is that this is a fundraiser when it comes down to it. This is a fundraiser for Ambucs. Kent Jester, he puts a lot of effort into this. He's not here this weekend because he had a wedding.
yeah, wedding. I was told that
down
because
in
I was
Houston.
looking for Kent when I got here.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's tuning in and watching though.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
His wife may be nudging him and saying, "What are you doing?" They're at a wedding, so. But
Gotcha.
yeah, he does a great job, and he'd asked Shady 580 a long time ago to come in and help him run this. And I mean, Kent he's amazing. I will give him that. Now his lady in charge today is Jenny, and Jenny is, I'll tell you what, that woman is a firecracker. She is all over the place. She is doing the 50-50. She is talking to everybody, and she's about the nicest person you have just ever met. And she's really high up with the Ambucs, the Ambucs organization. She's fairly high up in this. You know, she's not just your local director kind of person.
No. Now the one on the right, you say, is he been featured on ESPN as well?
Ethan.
The pro, yeah.
Okay, Sammy Soto is
BG?
the pro.
Okay.
Yeah, Sammy is. He's on the left. Oh, you're right. He's on the right. If you're looking at
on the screen. Yeah, screen
yes.
right.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, he's been multiple times. He has been on ESPN, and he's just a great guy. I mean, honestly, these people are they're super nice. I was laughing, though, because when Sammy came up to register, I go, who are you, sir? And he goes, Sammy.
Played dumb.
Yeah, and he goes, oh, I'm Sammy Soto. I go, I know this. I go, why didn't you come up here and go, you know who I am? You've seen me. And he goes, I would never say that. And I go, no, you probably never would. Really good guys.
That's good.
You know,
be humble like that.
These are very humble people, honestly. You don't really see a lot of ego. And these guys are just, I mean, obviously, these guys are playing every weekend.
Yeah.
You know? And
well, I mean, if you're a pro, then that's what you do.
yeah. Now, the one I'm hoping you get over here before the broadcast ends is Gary Bearpaw. And I'm telling you, I have seen this guy. I've never really talked a lot to him. I bet you I have heard him say 5 sentences. He is so quiet. He is so humble. He was a world champion horseshoes. Okay, I don't know at what level. I have no idea. This is what I've been told. And he is the nicest guy you could ever see.
Man, this board is just filled with blocks. I mean, there is nobody, unless you airmail this in to try to get that in that hole.
What's he going to do? We got a 3 on. Oh, he went through it. Okay,
oh,
not
and
bad.
he did.
You know,
it
he
bounced
just
his
missed
way
that.
in, and
yeah, he missed that front one in the front, but it was a 6-on-6.
so
for
what
Wash.
did that get him?
Nothing. But you know
Nothing.
what?
Oh.
He was hoping to get that second bag. He was hoping to get that push bag to fall. He would have gotten 3 more out of it. So it was a wash.
What is the score now? Can
It
you
is
see it?
16-2, Sammy and JBJ. And again,
Yeah, the thing is that this is reversed because Ace and them, they were doing this to the last 2 opponents. So
oh, yeah.
what they were doing is being done to them.
Oh, my
So,
gosh.
It's like,
They just got to lock in. You know,
Yeah.
you can sometimes you have a tendency to try to do too much, and you just got to go. Honestly, with these guys, you got to go bag for bag with them.
yeah.
You know, you can't do crazy sometimes. But the funny thing is these guys throw crazy stuff sometimes. I'm hoping Ethan will grab that one in the front because he does have that bag sitting right there. I'm hoping that he's got something. He's going to grab it. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, sir. That was a 12 on 10. So
all right.
Got a couple points back. So now we are at 16-4. So we're getting there. All right, I got to make sure that I'm not up yet.
Yeah. I said, you're going to call you and double call you. So, well, I'm running this thing, so just give me a second.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell him. But
no.
My personal partner has been great. Oh, my gosh, my tier. Somebody's going 18 in my tier, and that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the very next game, so.
You got a little bit of time.
I do have a tiny bit of time, yes.
Tiny, it's 18. Yeah, well, this one too, and then our broadcast will end after the winner of this.
Okay.
Which I think is going to be very soon, the way it looks.
Oh, yeah. They only got to get 5. The funny thing is these guys are going to go bag for bags. There was another wash.
So, you said sometimes it can take up to 20 minutes to get a winner.
Easily. I have watched games on ESPN that have gone 46 rounds. That's 46 down and backs before they
got a winner.
Yeah. I mean, it's some. Oh, guess what? I'm up.
Okay, but no, you've done a superb job, and we'll carry this one out. But that really just takes us over, where it was entertaining and very informative, and that's what Ambucs likes, and we like, and to be a part of it. And good luck to the rest of the way.
Thank you, and really appreciate you guys for coming out and doing this broadcast.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, like I said, it's all when it comes down to it. This is all a fundraiser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ambucs is doing some really great things, and we really want to have them be successful. So,
very good.
Thank you so much for letting me talk. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to let her get on to her next competition as Jet will jet her way off into her latest competition. As we've had some pros here really taking it to the limit. I want to thank many of our broadcast partners, and especially Pam and Barry, Comanche Home Center, Fort Sill Apache Casino, Fusion Sign, Designs, Kent Jester and his gang take care of you there. And that is it. So Ace gets taken out this time around, but some great professionals. And what a way to end it. What a way to end our broadcast, because we have really liked the afternoon of being here, and you can still come and see the singles tomorrow. The doubles that are coming down to the top performers here at the Great Plains Coliseum here at the Cornhole Tournament. So we want to thank all of our fine sponsors. We want to thank our broadcast partners. This has been another great evening. Don't forget, we've got Carl Albert and Newcastle basketball at 6:45. That's coming up here shortly. You can watch a state title in Class 5A boys. You can listen to that broadcast because the NFHS has exclusive video rights, and that will conclude this broadcast. See you next time around, right around St. Patrick's Day, with the 47 teams that were a part of this. Great Plains Ambucs says thank you very, very much. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Have a great and safe weekend.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.